I'm going to share with you all how I turned my office space into my absolute favorite, productive, and cozy corner.
If I stumble from grace, if I give in to hate, show up ragged and gray, $1 short and a day late.
My name is Megan, and I have been a graphic designer for the last 8 years, and I now own my company, Curated Collective Co., where I teach other graphic designers how to run their business and become the best designer that you can be. It's been so fun, and one of the most important things with being a designer and working for yourself is making sure that you have a place to get your work done where there's no distractions and you're able to just get into that creative flow and that zone, because once you're in that, so many amazing things can be created. If you've been here before, you've probably seen that I've changed my office space so many times. Like, this is probably the 5th time in the last few years, but this is by far my favorite layout of our office. And I think it's just because I have this little corner where I've tucked away my desk. We also have my comfy beanbag over here. And I'm gonna share with you guys everything I have going on in this office, all the tools I use, and the things that help me get into that creative zone. So I'm very excited to show you. Also, if you are a cat lover or have any sort of pet, I also will be showing you guys Leo's little cozy corner that we have on the wall over here that he loves to sleep on while I work. But it's been so fun to bring Leo into my space and have him like lay above me and watch over me as I work. It's like so fun, but it just makes the space feel even more cozy. It's going to probably be really bittersweet one day when we decide to move, because so many amazing things have happened in this office, which you guys have probably been around for quite a bit of that. But it's just been really cool to see how changing and rearranging the space allows me to feel more creative and also feel more inclined to want to sit at my desk and make my visions come to life. And not only because the environment feels cozy, but because I have the right tools and just not too many tools, so I'm distracted, but it's just been a perfect amount. And I can't wait to show you guys like this perfect setup I have right now and how I can't wait to bring that into whatever new space we have in the future. So let's head on over to my desk and I'll show you guys what I have going on over here. The first thing that I do anytime I come to sit at my desk is I turn on all of my ambient lighting, which is sort of new to my office space, but having this ambient lighting just really sets that like cozy mood, especially if I'm going to be working like later in the day when the sun's going down. It just adds that perfect creative cozy mood, and I couldn't recommend that enough. Like, I love really cool aesthetic looking lights now. That's like one of my favorite things to look at, and it just so happened to work out because one of my clients designs his own lighting fixtures with his 3D printer, and he uses all recycled materials. So it's been really cool to add that into my space and also know that I helped him brand the company and work on the website. And I actually purchased the product on the website I designed, which was just full circle and so cool to do. But love the light. It just adds so much to my space, and it was like the perfect size for the shelves I have above my desk. I also love to light my candle anytime I go to sit at my desk. It's just another perfect way to set that cozy mood. I also have this weird sort of thing where when I light the candle, I know it's time to let the ideas flow and get to work. And the minute I blow that candle out, it's time to close out the day. And it's just kind of a fun little mental thing too that helps me get into the cozy vibe. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, but it's really what helps me design some awesome things. So I always love to have a candle. I usually get my candles from Target or some cute little boutiques downtown, so I can use some like more organic candles, and it's really fun to go searching for candles too and find some scents that really help bring the space to life. Another one of my favorite things to do when I'm sitting at my desk about to get ready to work is pick out a mindfulness affirmation card. I actually was gifted these by the company Intelligent Change. They're not sponsoring this or anything, but I love these cards because before I get to work, I always like to do like a mental check-in, whether that's reminding myself of the gratitude I have or even the self-love that I need to give myself, because I tend to be really hard on myself, especially being a business owner and just social media and all the things. It's always nice to have a self-love reminder. So these mindfulness cards have been really awesome to add into my morning routine, and it's fun to just pick a new one and add it there. And sometimes I just leave it there for the week if I forget to pick a new one every day. Just having that reminder throughout the week helps me stay so positive. And it also helps that they're really aesthetic looking and just add to the overall look of the desk. Before I get to the techie things and going over all the devices I use, I also love to have a cozy drink. You guys know that I've actually cut out caffeine for 30 days, which I'm making a whole other video on that. If it's uploaded, I will put it up above here. But despite that, there's so many cozy drinks you can make even without caffeine. And I love to make either a warm cup of it, or I like to just bring up a nice, one of my favorite caffeine drinks to make is by the company Kamana. It is a superfood coffee alternative, and it tastes, in my opinion, almost better than coffee. It has like a chocolatey taste. It's so good. So I crave that honestly like every day now, but I usually will make that, bring it up to my desk, and that kind of also ignites my brain to get into that creative flow and know that it's time to get to work. But I wanted to share with you guys these cute little coasters that I got. These are actually from Amazon, and it came with a pack of a lot. I have some more in my drawer here with a cute little evil eye one, and it just kind of like felt nostalgic to me. These feel like Y2K kind of style. So I love these. I'll kind of switch them out throughout the week, and it just adds a little bit of fun to my desk because I have always kind of been more of a neutral, minimal design. Like I love that aesthetic, but I do like a little bit of color. That's why I've been trying to experiment with adding color through the light or through those coasters. Just having that pop of color, it inspires me also to step out of my comfort zone with design as well. Okay, now I want to get into the more tech side of things, the devices I use to make designs come to life. But first I want to talk about the devices I use to make my videos come to life, like YouTube, social media, and all of that. I've gotten quite a few questions on this mic that I've been using. It's actually from Amazon, and I usually keep it in this little, I think it came with this little carrier. And it's nice because it also comes with like a little wind protector. And I usually just connect it to my phone and use the voice memo app and record and just merge the clips when I go to edit. But I do like it because it's easy to clip onto anything, and I do feel the audio is really nice, especially if I were to walk to the other side of my office, you would still be able to hear me. So I like that it's portable and the audio is pretty nice for a really good price. So I usually use this for videos like this where I'm going to be walking around my office, or even social media videos where I want to have a little bit more crisp audio. But on the topic of microphones, I also have this one, which I'm sure you guys have seen quite a bit. I use it in my podcast. I also use it in a lot of my YouTube videos where I'm doing sit-down videos and educational videos. I usually hold it with my hand, but I love this microphone. It is so crisp and clear, and just one of the more professional microphones I've used. I have it linked in my Amazon storefront, but it is very nice. I really love it, and I definitely recommend. It is a Samsung microphone though, if you are interested. But like I said, I'll have everything linked down below, and I do love it. And I also feel like it's kind of cute on my desk right here. Okay, now moving on to a device I use a lot with my design projects, and that is my iPad over here in the corner. I recently got this new stand for my iPad, and I love it because sometimes when I'm designing logos or branding or even websites, I like to have some inspiration pulled up. And even though my computer screen is really long and I can fit multiple tabs on it, it's also nice to have some inspiration or even sketched out drawings on Procreate open for me to reference while I'm designing. So it's been really fun to have it on a stand here, and the stand is really simple, it's minimal, and doesn't take up much space at all, but it allows me to put my iPad either horizontal or vertical, and like I said, I love to have that there to reference designs as I'm designing. One of the questions I get on almost every single YouTube video is, what is my monitor for my computer? This is the Samsung Viewfinity monitor. I'll have it linked down below. I love it. I did want to get the white colored one, but it was like twice as much. And I did get this on sale, I think during the last Black Friday or one of the Amazon Prime days. And I'm obsessed with it. I feel like the colors look so good, and that's really important for designers. But I also love the fact that you can dim the lighting to protect your eyes and also have that eye saver mode on. So that's been really great for me. But one of my favorite things about it is that I can have multiple tabs open. So I can have like Pinterest open, emails open, and my Adobe Illustrator open. And it allows me to feel more productive throughout the day and also not feel like everything is everywhere. It's just all on one screen, and I love it. I did not get the curved one, but if I were to repurchase one of these down the line, I probably would, because I do run into a few issues when the light is coming down during the day and there's a little bit of a reflection on my screen. But I usually just close the curtains and it's totally fine. But it's been a huge game changer for my design flow, and to be able to get multiple things done at once. I know multitasking is just one of those things, but this allows me to do it and not feel stressed about it. So what's hooked up to my monitor is actually my Apple MacBook Pro. I have the M2 Pro and I love it so much. It's a 14-inch laptop, which is actually pretty decent sized, but I wanted it to be a little smaller than the biggest option they have. That way I can travel with it. And because I hook it up to my monitor, that didn't really matter. But having the M2 chip in the laptop has been such a huge improvement with the speed, with everything, like processing my videos. It's been amazing, so I love it. And I feel like every 3 to 4 years I update my laptop, but I can see myself having this one for a while. It's already been 2 years, I believe, and it's good as new. So I love it so much. Like I said, I'll link this down below for you all, but it's been so great to hook it up to my monitor with just an HDMI cord, and it's a perfect workflow process, and it just is awesome that I don't have to jump between one desktop to another. I can just unplug the HDMI cord, go to a coffee shop if I want to work outside the house, and I still have everything open that I was working on the monitor. Over here in this corner, I have my new label printer, which is a newer thing for me this year because I now sell those notepads, which I then ship out to you all that purchase those. But it's been so nice to have an actual label printer that prints them out really nicely instead of having to use like a bunch of packaging tape and my regular printer. This makes it feel much more professional. I was gifted that printer, but it's definitely, I think it's pretty cute. So I just leave it on my desk and it adds as like a nice little aesthetic touch, a little pop of color. But I do have this over here with the labels hooked up to it. And I do have that plugged in most of the time because sometimes those orders come in while I'm working, and it just allows me to print those labels out and it doesn't disrupt my work day at all. Okay, so those are most of the devices I use. I also have a Canon G7X camera, which I'm using right now for my YouTube videos and especially like my vlogs. But I also have this camera right here. This is my DSLR camera. If you guys don't know, I actually got into kind of the creative field by doing photography, and I've always grown up using Canon cameras, but I wanted a mirrorless camera, DSLR camera, that is lightweight, that I can bring with us traveling, and that also does flip down, so I can technically vlog with this. But I mainly use this for the sit down videos because vlogging with it is nice, but the only problem is that the screen's down here, so it's like I'm looking below the camera, and also I can't put it on a tripod and put this screen down because it just gets in the way. So I mainly use this with my sit down videos where I can set it up and not have to move it. But I do love this camera. It is so crisp and clear, and a lot of the clips I'm getting today of my office and kind of those aesthetic B-roll clips you're seeing are filmed on this camera, so I do love it. But like I said, it's just a little bit different than a really small vlogging camera. So I have to decide between the two depending on the video. I actually got this camera with our stimulus check when we were going through that time, and it was one of my best purchases because it's lasted so long, and I love to use this when I go to take like family portraits for my friends and stuff like that. It's been such a fun camera to have, and I do love having the option to switch between DSLR and something more like this one. Okay, but I also wanted to share with you guys my desk chair. I don't know if I would actually recommend this chair because I did not take into account having a black cat and a beige white chair and how you would see that. Like, especially if Leo sleeps on this all night, I have to lint roll it every single morning. So that gets a little bit annoying, but it matches the aesthetic. So it's like, I got to pick my battle. But this is actually from Amazon, and I just put a blanket on it every time. That way, if Leo lays on it, I don't have to worry about cleaning it all the time. But it's just something to keep in mind if you are looking at a chair that is more of a light color, that it can show dirt and hair and stuff like that a lot easier. But it is so comfortable. It is actually a wide seated one, so I can sit crisscross applesauce. I don't know why I have to say the applesauce part, but I can sit crisscross and it's so comfortable because I have this problem where I would sit on my knees all the time and then I would be like, why do I have knee pain later in the day? So this has allowed me to not do that, and it's really comfortable. I think it's pretty cute, but like I said, I don't know if I'd recommend it if you have lots of animals or if you are worried about dirt or anything like that showing. Now the desk that I have is actually from IKEA. It was something I bought like 6, maybe even 7 years ago, and it's been perfect to bring into every new space we live in. It's just been like a great size. It fits the monitor perfectly. And I just think it's nice because it's white, so it matches any sort of new addition that I bring into my office. And like I said, I just love the size. So I'll try to find the height or the width for you guys and put it on the screen here because it's been such a great dynamic desk that I've had for so long. I also have some drawers over here that I guess I could show you guys, but I tend to have a junk drawer in there. I mean, I feel like everyone has a junk drawer, but that drawer is things where I just haven't organized yet. But usually my desk drawer has some things that are for my YouTube channel, whether that's like, you know what, I'll show you guys. Okay, so this first drawer is mainly those coasters that I have. I also have some chapstick. I'm obsessed with this lip mask from Laneige. It is so good. But I always have this here as well as some Lumify drops. So when I'm ready to film my YouTube video, I can just easily grab these and get to filming. I also have this super cute little vacuum that I use on my desk. This is a must for anyone who has a cat or dog that sheds. This has been so helpful to have, and I just think it's so cute. So I have that in here. I have some glasses cleaner, gift cards, Post-its, kind of just some random office items. And then in this drawer here, I have some of my glasses that I like to switch up my glasses. It's kind of like a fun accessory to change. So I have some glasses in here, my old Fitbit, my Apple Watch. I also have a timer. This was something I used to help me stay productive for a while, where you can set it on here and turn the timer on, you can like set it and everything. And then it would help me stay on a task for 60 minutes or 30 minutes. So I have this in here just in case I want to pull it out again. This is a camera bag that has some microphones in it and some camera lenses. We couldn't fit that in my main camera drawer, so I just have it up here for now. I also have this hard drive, which I love to use this at the end of every year to back up all of my work. I labeled it based on the year, but I always add new labels because this is like a 2 terabyte hard drive, so I could probably fit a good 4 years on this, and it's still not even close to being full. But I usually back up all of my videos, all of my design work that I won't be needing for the next year. So that is mainly this drawer. I have a speaker back there in case I want to play loud music. This drawer here is all of my notebooks and journals. I have this problem where I don't ever want to throw away any old journals, so I tend to keep a lot of them in here, but this one has like a lot of empty pages, so this is still, I can use it. I have this little to-do list, daily routine task checklist. I have a little sketchbook for any like logos I need to draw out. So I have some journals in here that are completely full, but I just love to reflect on when I have like goals in there. And then this actually is kind of a special journal to me because this is what inspired me for my Curated Collective Co. branding. It is a little notebook and it's really cute. It's just like some small little pages in here, but her name, the designer's name is Megan, and this design, it just spoke to me. So it felt like it was a meant to be kind of inspiration for Curated Collective Co. Then we have some pens in here, some important like mail that I got. This next drawer is that junk drawer I was talking about. I keep going through phases where I think I'm gonna do my nails at home, but it's just not possible for me. So I have a drawer here of like nail stuff. It's really messy, so we don't need to go through that. And then this bottom drawer here is my camera stuff. So we have my DSLR camera lenses, some film. I also have a bunch of wires for devices that need to be charged. All of that is in that bottom drawer here. I think one of the things that has helped me really love this space is the shelves that I added above my desk. I actually got these from Target, and I love the wood color on it and how it complements my desk and just really adds some like warmth to my space. I think that this was like the best addition I could make this year. But I have a lot of these shelves are filled with artwork that I love from creatives I know, and then also I have some family photos up there because I realize our home is lacking photos of our life. So I've been really trying to add more photos of like special moments. This photo is actually from my 30th birthday this year with my family in Disneyland. Super special memory, especially because we were all together. And then I also have some like baby photos of my dad and my sister and I. And it's just been so fun to look at that while I enter into my office and just be reminded of how grateful I am for family and friends. And then I also have plants everywhere. You guys will notice that my office is filled with plants. Plants are like my favorite addition to any space. I just feel like it adds life to the space. I feel like you honestly could have nothing in your space and just plants and it'll still feel cozy and warm and just full of life. So I love to have especially plants that hang down and just add, I don't know, just adds like some balance to the space, especially balance to my shelves where I have like one plant hanging down and like a light on one side. I just think it is like a perfect balance on the whole shelf. I just think it complements each other so well. And like I said, I just love plants. I've loved them for a very long time, and I am definitely not the best at remembering to water them, but I try to do that every Sunday. And it helps that I'm looking at them all day while I'm working. It reminds me to take care of them because it's a great reminder that we all need to check in with ourselves, be taken care of, hydrate, all those things. So I love plants. It just has so much great symbolism. And like I said, just adds so much life to my space. This one right here, this plant is growing so tall, but it's a self-watering pot, so I can just put water at the bottom here, and then through those ropes it just waters itself. This is like my favorite plant pot, and I wish I could find more like this. I haven't really gone searching for them, but I would probably guess they're a little more expensive because it is pretty cool that you don't have to remember to water it all the time and it just kind of takes care of itself. But I also just love this plant. I think it's so cool. So I have this one over here on the bookshelf, which I will show you guys in a second. Next to those shelves, you guys probably saw that I have a calendar and sort of like some artwork. And this was actually a design kind of mock-up that I was testing out for my shop. And it's a calendar on one side and artwork on the other, because one of the things that I was realizing was when I don't want to throw away a journal or an old calendar, it'd be nice to like repurpose it. So my plan was to have it turn into a piece of art that you can even frame. But this was just a mock-up. If you guys like it, let me know and I'll work on it a little bit more. But I was just struggling with the fact on how to ship it because it is a bit of a longer calendar because it shows each month of the quarter, which is also something really hard to find, is a quarterly calendar. And I love to plan out my business based in quarters. And yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a fun design. So if you guys want to see more of that, let me know and I'll definitely work on it. Okay, we are on the other side of my office, which this is my fiance's office space. We share the same room. He only works from home like 1 to 2 days a week. And I get that question a lot, like, how is it working in the same room together? It's really not bad at all. Sometimes like we get annoyed of each other typing loud, but it's really minor things that are annoying. But he does work here sometimes, so that is his space. But we also have this bookshelf to kind of like put in the corner here with all of my other plants. And I just love the wicker and rattan material. I think it adds more warmth to the space as well. And we got this from Home Goods, and it's been fun to add like books to it, and also some more pictures and calendars and some of my vintage cameras down below. I also have this light right here. It's a crystal lamp and it's really nice. I don't have it on right now. I don't even think we have a plug for it yet, but it is really cool. And it actually is like real salt. Like I licked it once and it's like really salty. So we have this here and I just think it's really nice, but I honestly forget to turn it on and now it's making me want to. Yeah, we gotta find a plug for it. We have that over here, some more of my plants that I need to water. And then I was really into crystals for a while, so I have some crystals here to kind of add some more design to the space. I really want to add more to this shelf. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. But I do have some books downstairs that I could probably bring up here. This is a graphic design rules book that I really like. I think it has some really great tips in it. And I used to have a plant on top of it, but I think I moved that over there. But this is what this space looks like. Not too much going on, mainly just plants. And then on the shelf down below, I have this vintage camera that I got when I was in Long Beach with my friends. It is a Pentax film camera. I'm still learning how to use it, but I just think it's so cool. So I have this, and then my dad gave me this old film camera. It is huge. It's really heavy too. But I think it's pretty cool too. It's like a very vintage film camera. So I have that at the bottom. I think it's kind of a cool decoration too. I also have this cute calendar that my friend Moya, who taught the Dubsado course with me, she gifted me this. It is so cute. It just has the calendar dates and this cool little holder. And I cannot believe, like, June was the last time I changed this. We are literally at the last month of the year, which is so wild. So I can change that. But I have this here, and then I needed more space for photos. I need to get some more frames or something, but I just love these pictures. It is from my sister's wedding. My parents, they just look so happy, and then me and my sister. So I need a place to put these. Maybe that's what I can put on this area here. Some little picture frames. Maybe that will be the goal. But yeah, I have these pictures here as a little reminder of how much I love my family. Okay, now that I've gone through a lot of my office, desk space, my bookshelf, this is our beanbag, our like communal beanbag that we use. And I really think it's super comfortable. The reason I got it was because it actually converts into a king size bed. I'll try to put a picture here to show you what that looks like. But I got that so if family visits or friends visit, we can open that up and have a bed in here. But it is not the comfiest, if I'm being really honest with you guys. It is like made out of foam and you just sink right into the middle. So we've been kind of brainstorming if we want to maybe sell it and put like a love seat over there, or maybe even like a futon or something. But I do think it's pretty cute. It comes with that. You can pick the cover color that you want. So I picked that kind of orangey, kind of like faux leather color, and I think it's really nice. And I mean, Leo loves it, so we've been keeping it because he ends up sleeping on it and just like taking it over, but I just don't know if it serves that much purpose. So we are kind of brainstorming what to do with that. But as you guys have seen, that is where I film my podcast. So I usually will just hook up my microphone and sit there to film. And it works. I think it's really cute. And I love the little wavy pillow and my neon sign, which I can turn on for you guys. So I like this little area. The neon sign tends to flicker in some of my cameras. I need to figure out the frame rate, but I do think it's pretty cute. And it comes with this little remote so I can turn off the neon sign and turn it on. Especially when I'm working in the office, it just, I don't know, it makes it feel so warm in here. But one of my favorite things about that corner is the plant that I have hanging and how long it's gotten. That plant was never that long. It's really grown like crazy. So it's been really cool to see how it's like touching. It's probably gonna touch the floor soon. So let me just show you guys how long it is. It is literally, I mean, maybe not touching the floor, but it's definitely getting there. We also have this light up above here. I told you guys I love my lights. I love adding warmth to this space. This light is really cool because it is a wicker light. Let me show you all. So we ended up getting this from World Market and I love it so much, and especially when it's nighttime and we turn that on. I'll try to turn it on now for you all. But it adds this really cool pattern to the ceiling. And I'll get a clip for you guys tonight, but it's just so cool at night. I love to come in here and get some final tasks done for my work, but I just think it just adds a lot of warmth and it matches the bookshelf and the shelves I have above my desk. So I think it really just brings the office together. I forgot to show you guys one thing, which is Leo's area of the office. So let me show you guys that real quick. Okay, I woke Leo up from his nap to show you guys the demonstration of this. Come here. And bribing him with this here. All right, here he goes. It's his little space. He loves it so much. And the only way I would get him to demonstrate this for you guys is this treat here. I don't know if you guys have a cat, but he is obsessed with these treats. He loves them so much. Come on, all the way. He's just gonna stand on the little stairs for you. We had like this really built out cool wall where it had like a bridge and everything for him to explore on, but this was the only shelf he really liked and cared about. So we decided to just keep this here for him, but I just think it's kind of fun. And like I said, I'll be working and he just lays up here and watches me while I work. And I think it's the cutest thing. Leo's probably gonna hang out here now with me while I get some work done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, that it was interesting to you. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it either inspired you to maybe rearrange your space or inspired you to even simplify your space, because at the end of the day, I do feel that less distractions and having the things you really love around you can help you get into that creative flow. So if you are in a little creative rut, this might help you get out of it. I know it helps me. That's why I'm always adding things to my space or rearranging it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it so much if you subscribe to my channel. A lot of you guys are not subscribed yet, but it would mean the world to me and it would be the best way to give back with the content I'm putting out. So that'd be awesome. But you can also like this video and stick around for more. And thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.